Welcome to Can Do Canine's Fall 2021 graduation. I'm Jeff Johnson, the Executive Director here at Can Do Canines, and I am so excited to be able to introduce you to 13 new partnerships between some really special people and some really special dogs. Earlier today, we brought together these graduate teams, along with their families and the volunteers who helped raise their dogs, to view the video you're about to see. They had an opportunity to meet each other, celebrate together, and create some new connections. Because of the unpredictability of COVID right now, we decided to keep that group very small, but we're hopeful our next graduation will be big and joyful and in person. Before you meet our new teams, I want to thank the many people who are responsible for making this graduation happen. Those who've donated puppies to us, those who've given medical care to these dogs, our army of volunteers who give a part of their lives training and loving these dogs, our generous donors who allow us to always provide our dogs free of charge, and our amazing staff of professionals here at Can Do Canines. And equally important, we want to thank our clients for choosing us to be a partner with them as they enter this new relationship and this exciting new stage of their lives. Everyone's support is the reason we're able to share these inspirational new teams with you today. You'll hear next about each of these graduating pairs from Mary Sue Kruger. She's a longtime supporter and former board president of Can Do Canines, and she'll narrate each team's awesome story to you now. Thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy our Fall 2021 graduation.
Jeremy has no movement in his legs, fingers, or hands due to a spinal injury. Priya is Jeremy's mobility assist dog, who frees him from having to depend on others for help. Priya's always ready to work. She picks up dropped items, tugs open doors, retrieves things for me and more, Jeremy says. It's just good to have help around when I'm by myself. He recalls a stressful time when he dropped something while crossing a road and then quickly had to find someone to help. These days, he enjoys peace of mind instead of the anxiety he had in the past. Before the pandemic, Jeremy worked as a greeter in a movie theater. After a long intermission, he's eager to get back to work with Priya by his side. Describing her as a bundle of joy and unconditional love, he adds, "It means everything to me to receive Priya. I really appreciate it." Congratulations to Jeremy and mobility assist dog Priya. Becky grew up hard of hearing and became deaf at 21. Jasper is Becky's successor owner-provided hearing assist dog. The miniature Australian Shepherd alerts Becky to the important sounds of her busy family life. After touching her with his paw, he rushes to the source of the sound to let her know what needs attention. Jasper joined Becky's family just as his predecessor Caramel was easing into retirement. He watched Caramel's alert work and learned to copy her behaviors, eventually taking over the job. Through Can Do Canine's owner-provided dog training program, Becky and Jasper had access to the resources for training and for handling public access situations. Becky's family and friends are so happy that Jasper is part of her world. Becky says, "Life would be a dangerous mystery of unknown sounds without Jasper. He fills in that puzzle for me." Congratulations to successor owner-provided hearing assist dog team, Becky and Jasper. 11-year-old Bennett was born with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. His muscles tire easily and maintaining balance can be difficult. His mobility assist dog, Catty, loves to help him with all the everyday tasks that might cause him to fall. Catty spent some time in our prison program in Rochester and knows her skills well. She's trained to help Bennett put clothes down the laundry chute, open the refrigerator, get his leg braces, and pick up various items. Bennett says, "I don't have to bend over and have the risk of falling." This team goes everywhere together: middle school, karate lessons, and doctor's appointments. Bennett's mother, Jessica, says he seems happier and better with her there. He just seems to be in a better mood. He used to hate going for walks. Now he wants to go out for walks every night. The family is grateful for the steady influence that Catty has brought to Bennett's world. Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Bennett and Catty. Lindsay was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 16 and spent years battling her blood sugar swings. Ulric is her diabetes assist dog. He alerts Lindsay to take action when she's unaware that her blood sugar is dropping. She says he's easygoing but persistent when he needs to be. Ulric is an extra level of security that allows Lindsay to be on her own. As a mother of 3 with a husband serving in the military, Lindsay was afraid to be alone in case of a dangerous low. With Ulric around, she doesn't need to rely on others for help. He brings her juice when she needs it to correct a low, and as a bonus, puts objects away and closes drawers. Lindsay thanks Can-Do Canine's trainers and volunteers, saying, "We're just so grateful that there are people out there with such passion for training and loving the dogs. Thank you just doesn't sound good enough." Congratulations to Lindsay and diabetes assist dog Ulric. Cara was born with hypophosphatasia, a rare metabolic bone disorder. The 30-year-old mother of 3 has the bones of a 70-year-old. Cara's mobility assist dog Fabian helps her with the household tasks that cause fatigue and put her in danger of falling. Fabian puts clothes in the laundry basket, opens and closes the fridge, and tugs Cara's socks off, to name a few of his skills. He's also Cara's quicker picker-upper, retrieving items she drops and allowing her to save energy. Cara says, "I don't have as much fear anymore. I can go out the 4 little steps of my house. I don't have to worry. If something happens, Fabian's there. I now have a sense of independence and freedom to do things like go to the park with my kids." Cara thanks Can-Do Canines for giving her and others a chance to do what they might not have thought possible. Congratulations to Cara and mobility assist dog Fabian. Giovanni has autism spectrum disorder, which sometimes causes him to get into his own world and become unaware of his surroundings. Pippi is the autism assist dog who keeps Giovanni grounded. Trained for handle-assisted walking, deep pressure therapy, and assistance for overstimulation, Pippi is the perfect partner for helping Giovanni stay engaged. His dad, Alex, says she's been his sole focus for calming down and keeping him centered. Alex adds, since Pippi showed up, Giovanni is more willing to try out new things. He chooses to interact much longer with his peers at school. Giovanni himself admits, "She calms me down when I can't calm myself, and when something's bothering me, she gives me something else to think about." Alex thanks Can-Do Canines, saying, "I'm grateful that Giovanni has time with Pippi in his development years to learn better skills that will be useful for him." Congratulations to Giovanni and autism assist dog Pippi and their family. Bella is a college student studying graphic design. Uriel, a yellow lab, majored in mobility assistance at Can Do Canines. Together, they're a match made in heaven. Bella has spinal muscular atrophy. She uses a power chair and needs help with many daily tasks. Uriel happily opens doors, picks up dropped items, retrieves keys, pushes automatic door buttons, and more. Anything to help make Bella's life easier. He's very much a pleaser, she reports. In fact, if enough time has passed since Uriel last made an assist, he'll sometimes vocalize his preference for a task. Bella thanks everyone who helped make Uriel her little angel, saying, "He's given me a sense of security and independence. He's a huge blessing." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Bella and Uriel. Terry has regular seizures. She has a vagus nerve stimulator, VNS, implanted in her chest. Peaches is Terry's successor, seizure assist dog. When Terry is on the floor with a seizure, Peaches presses a magnet in her collar to Terry's chest, triggering the VNS and stopping the seizure. In 2010, Terry and Brody, her first seizure assist dog, were the first assistance dog team in the world to use VNS technology. When Brody passed away in 2020, Terry lost much of her independence and safety. She explains, "I fall a lot. I don't have any warning of my seizures." With Peaches by her side, Terry's able to get out and about again. The team's a member of the Grad Pack, a group of fellow graduates who socialize and fundraise for Can Do Canines. Terry speaks for all of them, saying, "No amount of thank yous is enough." Congratulations to successor seizure assist dog team Terry and Peaches. Gary has dealt with Parkinson's disease for 32 years and had a triple bypass last December. "I was hoping for a little assistance," he said, "so I didn't have to always call my wife for help." He now has that and more from his mobility assist dog, a yellow lab named Willow. Gary's biggest risk is falling. He says, "I can do things, but it takes more time and can make me tired. I found I was sitting more and less involved in life. Willow helps me get out of a chair and makes me walk. Even help with little things, opening a drawer, picking up things I may drop and bringing them to me, getting help for me. It's all great support." Gary goes on to say, "Our friends are thrilled for me to have an assistance dog." He adds, "It's a great feeling to know this beautiful dog is here for me and I'm here for her. This whole experience has been a gift, and Willow is a blessing." Congratulations to Mobility Assist Dog Team Gary and Willow. Jo has severe hearing loss. Although she had a cochlear implant, she still missed important sounds until hearing assist dog Gladys came into her life. Jo says, "I feel much safer. She makes me calmer. I don't have to stress about what I'm missing." Jo knows the young black lab will alert her to the sounds of their life because she's listening for me. When they're out for walks and there's a noise Jo doesn't hear, Gladys's body language cues her to the change in their surroundings. Grateful for her extra set of ears, Jo says, "I want to be an ambassador for Can Do Canines. The former educator looks forward to this new form of teaching, saying, "I have no problem telling people about my disability. I feel like it's my role to educate, so I tell them about Can-Do Canines and what Gladys does for me. I like that." Congratulations to Joe and hearing assist dog Gladys. Soleil has mobility challenges that cause fatigue, dizziness, and nausea. Gandalf, a Great Dane mix, helps ease Soleil's health complications. Adopted as a puppy, Gandalf and Soleil became a mobility assist dog team through Can-Do Canine's owner-provided dog training program. Soleil often uses a wheelchair because movement can cause intense discomfort and exhaustion. Unable to drive or work, Soleil had to depend on family and friends for help with the simplest tasks. Now Gandalf does the heavy lifting, picking up dropped items, opening and closing doors, and helping with laundry. He provides support when Soleil stands and light pressure therapy to ease pain. In Soleil's words, "There are so many things Gandalf does to make my life smoother and more independent. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't know what to do." Congratulations to owner-provided mobility assist dog team Soleil and Gandalf. Gideon was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder as a toddler. Social interaction was a real stressor. Now, at age 11, Gideon has autism assist dog Zenith to help him manage his emotions. The big yellow lab gives him newfound confidence and calmness. Gideon's father, Joe, says he's much better able to regulate and get back in control, I think specifically because of Zenith. Hoping the pair will go to school together soon, Joe says, "We're trusting Zenith to help Gideon hold things together during the day, so he doesn't come home drained and can focus on his schoolwork better." Joe adds, "We've noticed that when Gideon's out walking Zenith, he moves at what feels like double the speed. It's Zenith who provides motivation for him." The family's grateful for the gift of Zenith and plans to pay it forward by future fundraising for Can-Do Canines. Congratulations to Gideon and autism assist dog Zenith and their family. Amy's cerebral palsy symptoms cause balance issues, fatigue, and create a constant risk of falling. Mosby is Amy's successor mobility assist dog who jumped in with all four paws to help Amy when her first dog Dinger passed away. He helps Amy open doors, steadies her when she stands, and retrieves dropped items. Life with Mosby looks slightly different, though. Between dogs, Amy began to use a walker. She was nervous about having to use it when walking with Mosby, but he wasn't fazed one bit. Mosby helps her integrate the equipment both physically and emotionally. She can get frustrated when the walker gets stuck, but says, "Mosby is very good at helping me think my way through those situations." Amy adds, "These dogs do more than enhance your life. They turn it upside down in the best way possible and make it possible for you to live your life the way you want to." Congratulations to Amy and successor mobility assist dog Mosby.